Eddie Clayton.
I'm a big fan of this next guy that's going to play, but Lunchbox, what'd you tell him before we went on?
I said, when you're performing your song, I'll probably be doing my Wordle.
He's not lying.
But why would you say that to JD?
No, because Eddie said he's not going to pay attention when you're in here.
Oh, Eddie sold you out.
Yeah, Eddie sold me out with a straight up.
JD, I'm sorry, buddy. You come in and these guys,
it's okay, man.
They have a kind of a mind of their own.
I was laying it straight, man. This is just how it's going to go.
That's not a saying, laying it straight.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Setting it straight.
Oh.
Probably.
You could have just said, hey, this is Lunchbox. And I said, hey, what's up, JD? Nice to meet you. Cool. And then we could have moved on with our lives. But Eddie's like, hey, he's not going to listen. He doesn't like music, so don't be offended.
Well, let me tell you about JD. Okay, you guys are making this way too much about you. I met JD for the first time. We did a show together in Arkansas, raising money.
That's right.
And JD sat beside me, and Eddie and I would play, and then JD would play, and then people would forget about us playing because JD was so good.
He's awesome.
And then I was like, oh man, we should bring him up on the show. But you are one of the rare. You don't live in Nashville anymore, right?
I don't. No.
Where do you live?
I live in Fort Smith, Arkansas. That's where I'm from.
And how does that work out? Do you have to come back to Nashville a lot?
A lot. Yeah.
Too much?
I don't think it's too much. I want to come back. I love Nashville.
Do you drive it?
Yeah, most of the time.
Oof.
7 hour and 15 minutes with one bathroom break.
You have a kid?
I do. I've got a little girl that's almost 2 and one on the way.
Dang. And you drive it 2 or 3 times a month, maybe? Because you're also on the road too, right? Playing shows?
Right. Yeah. Two, 3 times a month is probably right, but sometimes it's more.
Where did you start playing music? Were you a church guy?
Yeah, my dad is a pastor, and when we had a music guy that he had kind of hired to lead worship, and he took another job, and I was the only guy in the room that knew how to play a piano or strum a guitar, so I just naturally got chosen to start leading songs. And
So you're basically the music leader.
basically.
How did you start playing guitar? Who taught you? Who gave you a guitar first?
My dad taught me a few things. He gave me my guitar, but my grandfather was a banjo player in a bluegrass band. They would like tour around playing prisons around different regions of Arkansas, feed the guys barbecue, and then play a bluegrass show. So
Wow.
a lot of I'd spend every Friday night at my grandparents' house, and we would sit and he'd try to teach me some bluegrass standards. And so I knew G, C, and D all the way up to like 7th grade. And then I kind of got a bug and started learning songs off, YouTube videos, teaching myself.
What was the goal as you were a kid? Were you just playing music so you could make some extra money or get girls, or did you think you wanted to be like a singer, a musician later in life?
No, I never wanted to do music. I was not encouraged to do it. My family kind of frowned upon it, to be honest. It just was where I'm from. It's not something that you choose.
It's not a real thing.
No.
It's Hollywood.
Well, and then, it could lead to drugs and alcohol.
Sure.
So.
Yeah.
But not if you're leading worship.
Right.
He could lead worship, but he could
Yes.
do music in that way.
Not leading drugs and alcohol.
Right.
But there's
Yeah.
no money in that. So up until freshman year of college, I was going to be a dentist. I was a double major in biology, biomed, and then finished my first semester and realized that I was meant for marketing and business.
Did you just stop going to school and start playing music, or did you finish school?
No, a friend of mine, my senior year of high school, a friend of mine talked me into playing graduation. She knew I could sing and play guitar a little
You
bit.
played your graduation?
Yeah.
Dang.
It was
I
super
feel
scary.
like I'd be tense as crap.
I was.
Yeah.
But after playing it, I just got the bug. And
What'd you play? What song?
Rivers and Roads by The Head and Heart.
Oh.
That's a good one.
But I can't imagine that a lot of those kids knew that. I know the song. I'm a big fan of Head and Heart.
I didn't know it. I just learned it for,
Oh.
yeah, she said that's what we're playing, and I learned it, and we played it. So
So did you get feedback that was kind of like, the reference, like it felt like a drug?
Yeah,
Where you're like,
that's-
wow, this is awesome.
Right. The next week, I started playing down at the farmer's market in Fort Smith.
Is there a stage, or do you just go stand somewhere
No, you
and
just
plug?
stand next to a tent. And
Do you even plug in, or do you just play acoustic and sing
I
loud?
was plugging in on those early days, but then people would get mad because some of the old dudes that had been there for years,
getting their corn
they
and you were
thought-
annoyed.
they thought that, yeah.
You're doing the
So,
devil music.
That's right.
Yeah. So when does it come into your mind that if you focus on this, because this is a hard job and there's no stability in
Yeah.
any art.
Yeah.
When did that happen where you're like, I'm really going to dedicate myself to it as hard as it could possibly be because I believe in it and myself?
I had written songs all during college, and I would wake up at 5 a.m. on a Friday, drive to Nashville, skip classes on Friday. I'd be here for the weekend, and then I would make it back to class, but my afternoon class on Monday. And during those weekends, I would just record demos. And I finally, my senior year, put out an EP and did a show in Fort Smith, and like 250 people came.
So you did one show and all that time? Like you?
No, I was playing shows all from sophomore year. I started playing at bars and stuff, just in the downtown area of Fort Smith. But,
so you made this record and you did like this is me and this is my music type
right?
show.
Yeah, it was the first time putting together
250 people. That's a lot.
It was, yeah. I mean, we put an ad in the newspaper, and all my parents' friends came. So,
when you do a show like that, do you take tips still?
No,
of course not. You got to be real.
You got to be
do that
real.
show.
This was the chance for the big time. So after that show, I was like, my parents, I think, saw that I had written songs, recorded them in a professional way, put them out, marketed them, and then people came and listened, and they liked the songs. And once I saw that there was a little approval there, I just was like, all right, this is what I'm doing.
Did you move to Nashville for a while?
No. So I had graduated, and then my wife still had a year left of nursing school. We got married our sophomore year of college, and after she graduated, we both just loved Nashville, regardless of music. We loved the town, and that was where we wanted to relocate. And so as soon as she finished school, we moved here and lived here for about 3 years.
Did you feel as you were in Nashville that it was kind of a insurmountable mountain that you needed just to get lucky? Because there's a lot of good people. There's a lot of great people that sometimes don't even get discovered. Like, what is that feeling when you're a new artist in this town and you really, it's not like you have family in music. You don't have like super close connections that were built in. What did you feel like those 3 years while you were here?
Well, my experience was kind of strange because as soon as I got here, COVID hit, and I went to work for a landscape company down in Nolensville. So I got a little taste the first few months of what needed to happen, and it was going nowhere. I mean, I was just playing a few shows at the basement here and there.
Yeah, COVID shut it all down too.
Yeah.
That stinks.
Yeah.
So when did you move back to Arkansas and why?
So I moved back to Arkansas, I guess it was summer of 2022. My wife and I had a kid for about 3 months, and I had started working with, I got a manager and got a booking team. Things felt like they were going in the right direction, and I had a safe space to kind of just take a step back and move back close to family, get help while touring was going to take off.
Yeah, Justin Moore lives in Arkansas.
Yeah.
And lived here for a while, then moved back. I was like, I just want to be near my family.
Yeah.
And he was able to do that. But yeah, more and more, you don't have to be here as much as I think you probably needed to 5-7 years ago.
Yeah.
It would be cool. I would like to go and live in Fayetteville. My wife won't let me.
Such a cool town.
I know. He's like, why would I go to Fayetteville? I'm like, it's close to Oklahoma. She goes, okay, but it's still not Oklahoma.
What about Bentonville?
Oh, yeah.
It's the same to me.
No, but would she be open to that?
No, because she knows it'd be a trick.
Oh, okay.
What about Little Rock?
Well, we have a cabin in Central Arkansas near where I grew up, and I'd rather live where the Arkansas plays.
Right.
The sports, What's been cool about playing all these shows? Did you play with Red Clay Strays?
I did.
Dude, I'm such a fan of
Yeah,
them.
they're awesome. We opened for them at Growlers in Memphis 6 months ago.
Yeah, how was that?
It was awesome.
They're gonna come up here and play the show too. I'm
nice.
a massive fan, but I found it on TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's like TikTok is legit of a music exploration service as anything has ever been.
Yeah.
Are you doing stuff on TikTok? Are you singing?
I'm doing some things, not as much as.
But don't dance. You're not the dancing guy.
I don't dance.
Okay.
No. I mean, if no one's watching.
Yeah, and nude. That's me. I do too. Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah.
Parker McCollum, you go with him?
We did. Yep. 2 dates with him. We did the AMP in Northwest Arkansas.
So does somebody just call and say, hey, do you want to open for these folks? Or do you want to support? That's cool.
Yeah, the booking agent handles all that for me. Lindsay Hastings, she's a dear friend, but also like just crushes it and sets it all up.
What's been the coolest?
I don't know. Opening up for Hank Williams Jr. in Alpharetta, Georgia, when I graduated high school. My wife and I went and saw Jack Johnson at that amphitheater in Alpharetta. Jack Johnson's kind of like the reason why I pursued music. He's my biggest musical influence. But we stood by the entrance to the stage, and the manager ushered Hank up, and he had just got off the bus and smelled like a big cigar, and it was kind of gruff, and we just got a photo with him, and he walked on and kicked in, and it just was a big moment.
That happened here. He's gruff, and he just kind of walked on.
I've seen that. I've seen that episode.
We fought with him, and it was love, and I was like, sit down. But he wanted to smoke his cigar. That's cool. And then of all of them, why is playing with me your favorite? It's not a real question.
It really was.
It's a cheating
I was
question.
waiting for that.
Yeah, it's a cheating question.
Before you walked in, I was telling Eddie that show ended up being one of my favorite from the year. I don't know.
That was just fun.
It was just fun.
Yeah, we had a good time. We tried not to outshine you. That was our goal. We were like, let's not sing too hard because JD's next to us, and we don't want the people to lose respect for him because of our vocals and our music prowess.
I loved it. You guys are really funny.
Yeah. No. We said singing quality.
I love y'all's jokes, man.
Yeah.
You guys are funny.
Like we played a club, Amy, and then everybody's loud at the club, and we were playing. They'd be like, "Shut up!" And then he'd play, and everybody would shut. Everybody would shut up.
All right.
It was a different. They'd go,
Pay attention.
just just so good. You guys can follow JD on Instagram at JD Clayton Official. JD Clayton Official. You're awesome.
I appreciate it, Bob.
Yeah, really.
Thanks for having me on here.
I'm super glad that you came in. We're also featuring you on our National Countdown show too, and super cool. You guys follow JD. Maybe it's the first time you heard of him at JD Clayton Official, and go stream him. You working on new music now?
We're almost done mixing my second record. I'm working with Vance Powell, and hopefully going to be rolling that out here in the next couple of weeks.
Awesome, dude. Well,
go.
Congratulations. I think our audience is going to love you. And
Hey, I will say Lunchbox did pick his head up for a second there.
You
I
wordless?
saw
Yeah.
him.
No, I got the Wordle.
You got it, so you gave up.
I got it, so I had nothing else to do. I got
That's
it in
true.
5.
You
And
can't go to another Wordle?
No, it's only one a day.
There's no like old ones you can do?
I don't know if I can do that. I usually do it every day, but the average was 4.3, so I was below average today.
Oh man.
I've never done a Wordle.
So you have 6 chances. It's a 5-letter word, right?
Yeah.
And you guess it, and like if it's a yellow letter, that means that letter is in the word, but you have it in the wrong spot. If it's green,
But you just randomly guess a letter? Like you just pick a L.
you just pick a 5-letter word and you put it in there.
Okay.
And so, like today, I started out with the word beast.
Is there a clue?
No,
You just randomly pick a word.
randomly pick a 5-letter word.
That
And
sounds
it-
boring.
so
And he went
beast.
with Beast.
And
Of
so
all the 5-letter words, you went with beast.
yeah, I think about things to describe myself,
Oh.
and beast is one of them.
Okay.
And so,
Yet you ended up being
About-
below average on
but-
the word.
thank you, JD. And so the B was in the right spot. It was green. EAST were gray, so they are not.
They don't
in
even
the,
exist in the word.
They're not in the word. So you got to go to
Bloat.
the next line. And I guessed blown.
BLOWN.
BLOWN. The L was yellow, so it's in the word, but in the wrong spot.
It's Blade.
Oh, thank you. No, that's the right spot though.
No,
I know.
yellow's in the wrong spot,
Oh, it's
so
the
the
wrong
L can't be the
spot.
second.
Yeah.
So what would you guess next? Because the O, W, and N are out.
But the L's somewhere else.
Yes,
So I'd probably bail. Bailed.
that's too many letters.
BALED.
That is 6 letters.
Label?
Well, no, it's 5, but I may be spelling it wrong.
Starts with a B.
Oh, it starts with B.
What-
Starts with a C. It's tough.
Man,
You
I want to
sit
play
here-
this game.
Everybody,
Look
thanks
at it.
thanks JD Clayton for coming by. JD, hang tight. B. You don't know where the L goes.
Right.
Balls. Can it be 2 of them? Because it could be 2.
Yeah,
right?
you can have double letter.
Balls.
Okay. My next word was build.
Okay.
The U is in the right spot,
BU.
But
and then
There's an L.
L.
then I, not in the word. L, wrong spot again. D, not in the word.
Is
Okay.
B in the word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
B is in the right spot.
BU. Bulky.
Bulge.
Bulky. I went with bully next.
I know
What?
I said bulky.
I know, but I'm telling you what I did.
What did you
no,
go
but I'm
with?
just guessing a word.
I
Oh,
understand.
wow.
The word was bulky.
Oh, it was.
You got it, dude.
Wow, look at you.
You'd be
See,
good
you would
at
have got it in
Wordle.
4.
I wouldn't have. That's just all. It's all luck.
So it's how many chances you can get the
Who are
word.
you again? Oh, JD's here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, what's
You-
I
you-
forgot
you-
about JD Clayton being
no,
here
Hey,
again.
here's the thing.
Honestly, this is more interesting.
Yeah.
You only get 6 guesses, and then you just lose.
So have you ever got on the first guess?
No, I've gotten it on 2. If you get it on the first guess, it's pure luck.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I've gotten it in 2, and that feels amazing. And I thought, man, I'm so good at this game for the first time ever, though. Like Sunday and Monday, I didn't get the word. I missed
At
it
all.
twice in a row.
Oh,
that was the
man.
first time. I've been doing this for like 2.5 months. I never played this game before. And I was like, man, I'm really good. And then I was like, man, I need to re-evaluate my strategy on it. But
What do you think about JD?
oh, great, man. Great dude.
I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I think he's making a bad financial decision not living here because if he drives up here
There's
3
a
times
quality of life.
Yeah,
decision.
well-being.
But listen, if he drives up here 3 times a month,
Listen to his money talk. He's
okay,
really
you're
good at
wasting
this.
money on gas. You got to get a place to stay. You got to pay for a hotel. I mean, it's just
Well,
it
that's the
adds
same
up.
thing. Place to stay in a hotel. So you just doubled for no reason.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but you just paid 2 times for
You gotta
one
get
thing.
food to eat, and then you also have to
eat
consume
food.
and
food.
maybe he sleeps on someone's couch. Maybe
Well,
that's,
my dad's a pastor, so we're really well off.
oh,
Yeah, see,
So-
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Well, take financial advice from this guy.
Thank you, man, for all your help today.
And your Wordle. I didn't know how to play Wordle. I literally had never
And the
known.
only reason I do it is because my wife did it, and so it's something so I can like, okay, she was doing it. I was like, that's so stupid that you do that. But then it's like something we can, like, oh, did you do the Wordle
You
day?
can
And
bond
then-
over it.
Yeah, we go over what we guessed and like who gets it better. You know, like, oh, how many did you get it in? 3.
Can you prove it?
Yeah, it has your stats.
Oh.
Like, see, it tells it all right here.
I believed you. You'd have to throw your computer.
Yeah,
away.
and it tells you like, oh, the bot says I would have guessed this word, and like my first word
Oh, boy.
today, beast. Out of all the words that were eligible, I eliminated all but 52.
Dang.
That's pretty good.
I'm so bored.
After the second guess, I was down to 6 possible solutions.
Wow, just got more bored.
Yep. And then
that's
after the
possible.
next guess, I was down to 2.
Dang.
Then my next guess, I was still down to 2. They said I didn't eliminate a word, which is weird because bully's a word. So I eliminated them. Then I got it right.
All right. Well, JD, we appreciate you. But let's just do the whole thing again. It's been so long
Yeah.
since we ever play. Just play both songs again.
Yeah, you got it.
You guys follow JD Clayton. Awesome. JD Clayton Official. There he is. JD Clayton, everybody. Thank you.
It's about